welcome to another one of my videos here. This is something that I've never really touched base on, but I've been doing for quite a while, like on my own free time. And I also want to give you guys like a little bit of an update on things that are going on with me and things like that. So it's going to be kind of like update slash current household thingy majig. Anyways, I'll explain. So I'm going to start with the current, or I'm going to start with the update on me. So, way back in December, at the end of December, on the 20th, I was walking to work and I actually slipped and fell. And I hurt my wrist. Um, and it was to the point after about a week, it was still really excruciating. It was really swollen. So, I went to the doctors and they had told me that I had broken my wrist. But they had thought that it was healing properly, so there was no worries. So I went to the ortho doctor and she sent me to physical therapy, and physical therapy seemed to be making it worse. So it ended up being that I had to get an MRI. I had to stop physical therapy. And I just got my MRI results back about 2 weeks ago. Um so the MRI results were not exactly something that I was hoping to get or whatever, but it ends up being that um I have a dislocated thumb, the wrist bone on the side like where your pinky is dislocated as well. I've torn the ligaments or tendons, I can't remember which one, but it's like across that go across my wrist and the one that goes from my wrist bone to all of my fingers. So it's very very sore and swollen and it's really bad. I haven't let on that it's been bad, but that's really why I've kind of laid off the videos because it's very hard for me to sit down sometimes and play video games because the pain is just excruciating. So I actually am going to talk to a surgeon on Wednesday in 2 days. Um, and I'm gonna see what's gonna have to happen from there. Now, if I do have surgery, obviously I probably won't be putting out too many videos, but I'll probably be out of work, so there'll be a chance. Like if I have a good day, then I'll be able to put a video out. If I'm having a horrible day, then there won't be. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of goes off of that. So that's a thing. Also, I had originally gotten a computer, and I had reinstalled Sims 3 and everything, and it ended up being that the graphics card or the memory or Windows or something on it stopped working. So I actually have to send that computer back, because it's not working. And so I'm back on my original my original computer, which unfortunately, it's not the best computer and it doesn't run The Sims as amazingly as the other computer did, but it still works and I'm thankful that I have it, and hopefully I'll have another one here in the near future. So this is kind of like the update of what's going on with me so you guys know, because I don't want to just drop off the face of the earth because I'm having surgery. I can't 100% say that I am having surgery, but it's more than likely that I'm going to, just because it's so sore and it's so swollen. And with it being dislocated and things like that's going to take time to heal. So, on another note, this is the badge challenge. I don't know if you guys have ever heard me talk about it or whatever. I did start it on a stream on Twitch, so if I don't know how long ago it was or whatever, or how many videos have been put up on Twitch after that, but it was like where we complete all of the badges in the Sims 3 game. So what I have done, and I had Psycho help me, is we compiled the list of all of the badges that were throughout and we put it on a spreadsheet on Google Drive. And then we also decided that because we were going to be doing that, we wanted to also do the lifetime wishes. So each one of my Sims has a badge and a lifetime wish that needs to be completed. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, they can kind of do whatever they want to do. Once their badge is done, they're free to go and roam and do whatever they want to do on their own time, and I kind of just go off their wishes. So I'm gonna show you. This isn't originally the first town that I started in. In the stream, I started out in Sunset Valley. It was a custom world of Sunset Valley. It was actually the Sunset Valley one that is like made for seasons, so it has like the horse stuff in it and all of that good stuff. So it was really a nice town to start out in. And then I decided that whenever the generation that starts in a town completes all of their badges and their lifetime wishes, then we move on to the next town. So obviously I've moved on to the next town, and I've moved on to another custom world, and I just randomized, I just counted how many worlds I had, and then I randomized the number, and it came up that I was going into Simiopolis, which is done by the Sims Realty or My Sim Realty or whatever it is. They created the world, and that's kind of what we're looking at here. It's a really nice world. If you don't like to travel to and from university, this is like the world for you, because this world has the option of you doing university right here in the world. You don't have to worry about going to and from all the time. So that was kind of like a thing. I'm not really doing it for this generation, and if I had known that that's kind of what this world was mainly for, I probably wouldn't have allowed myself to choose this one until I had someone who was doing university. But I think when I get to that point of having to do university for the badges or whatever, I'll just travel to university and go from there. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my family, and I know it's crazy, and I always feel like my current households get like out of control crazy, and I don't really understand why, because this one was perfectly fine like 5 minutes ago, and then it got really hectic. Anyways, so I'm going to start with Mr. Grady over here. Grady Elfman is a maid who is always populated in my Sunset Valley world. He actually was our maid for a while, and then we did get with him on or in the stream. He actually got with my one twin, Ariel. Ariel is the twin to Belle. When I created them, she was more of the rebel, and her sister was more of the princess. Ariel had the lifetime wish of, oh geez, I don't know. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was called, but it's the one where you have to reach the top of the rock star career. That's the badge that she had worked for. I'll probably put it in the description below so you'll know. But so her lifetime wish was also to get reach level 10 in the rock branch of the music career. She hasn't retired just because her job doesn't require her to go out to the job unless she absolutely wants to. So I kind of feel like it's already a retirement. She can make money if she wants to, or she cannot. It doesn't really matter. Um so she's just kind of living in that, and she completed her job and her badge a really really long time ago when we were living in Sunset Valley, and it was like dragging on because it didn't really have things for her to do because she was already maxed out, and like, you know, she was younger. Obviously she's recently aged up to an elder, but I'm just saying, like, she was really, it was a really easy badge, and it was a really easy lifetime wish to complete. Her twin sister Belle had a little bit more of a rough one. It's the one where you have to reach vice president in the business and political career without going any higher. I can't remember the name of it again. But she finally completed it. She was the one who actually was making us wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. She actually was an elder before she finished it, so it was really crazy. And her lifetime wish was to be a heartbreaker. So what I did with the heartbreaker, just to make it a little bit more interesting, is each one of the boyfriends that she had to sleep with him, and it had to be a risky boohoo. So she ended up with multiple children, but not 10, thank goodness. So we have all of them still in the household. They haven't moved out because obviously each one of our children have to lift a badge and a lifetime wish as well. So what I went ahead and did is I kept them in the house, and then the last person, or not the last person I would say, but the person she decided she wanted to marry was Hank, which is one of her baby daddies, one of her 10 boyfriends. So he's still here with us. He's also an elder, and I will explain the alien baby in just a second. So Hank is here with us. He's moved to the new world with us, and then we have him and Belle are together, and then Ariel unfortunately is all by herself now because Grady's passed on. He actually passed on in Sunset Valley, and it's been about 2 weeks since we've been living here. So it's been about 2.5 weeks since he's passed away, and he's come back once in that whole entire 2.5 weeks. But anyways, so getting into the children, I'm just gonna kind of go down the list and explain who they are. So, Belle's first boyfriend was Thornton Wolf, and she ended up pregnant with Eli. He was actually born in the stream as well, so if you go back and watch the stream, you would see it. And Eli is now an adult. He is gonna have to do the firewalk pit on the scorching. I haven't done it yet just because I know it's really easy to do and it's no big deal, but he has been working on his lifetime wish, which is to be the master magician. He is level 7 in his magician career. The only problem is using Simport for me is not working. I don't know why. It keeps glitching out and saying the tour could not be booked. I don't really know. And in this town, it's like there's not really that many people here. So when he does like a show or whatever, it's really weird because it's not really like a show, if you know what I'm saying. Like there's no one there. But he is the first son that was born into the family, and later on he was out doing, the magician stuff, and he met Sandy Bunch. Now Sandy's not, I don't think originally any of the Bunches. I think she was married into the Bunches. Um, and so he met her and he fell in love, and they became really good friends, and she kept asking him if he wanted to go out and like hang out with her and go on dates with her, and so we did. Ended up being that she divorced her ex-husband, decided to move in with Eli. um Eli and her were just friends for a long while before they actually decided to become boyfriend and girlfriend, which is what they are. They have not uh decided to get married yet. I did want to propose. The other day I was thinking about having them go out and proposing, and him actually getting married to her, just for the fact that he is getting older. I mean, he's an adult, and obviously she's already an adult as well. She's got about 30 days. So I do want them to be married before they age up and die, but I'm not rushing right out and getting it done. It's not that big of a deal to me, to be honest with you. So that was the first son, and right after, a little bit after Eli was born, we had Camilla born. Now Camilla is actually Grady and Ariel's first daughter. She is about to be an adult. She's not quite an adult yet, but she is about to be an adult. She is their baby, and she is in the science career. That is her career that she's working on. Um, she has to. She's a scientific specialist. She has to complete the reach level 10 in the science career, and she's reached level 10 in any of the scientific, medical, or business careers. So that's what she's been working on. Her badge. Ooh, what is her badge? I don't even know if I remember her badge at all. I haven't really looked at it. Now, Sandy has a badge as well, and hers is the pool performer, which is to earn 10,000 simoleons. Um, 10,000 simoleons pool tips or whatever. So I've never done that, so it's going to be interesting to see how well I can do it. Hank's badge was to smelt 30 metals. I just collected the 30 metals and then smelted them all at once and knew that I had completed it, because obviously some of them I've already completed, so we're just keeping score on on like the scoreboard thing. That's why it's hard for me to tell you. What is Camilla's? I'm trying to remember. I wish I could click on my internet browser, but I'm scared it's gonna like cut out the video. Hold on, let me go see what Camilla's badge is, and I'll be right back. All right, so Camilla's is really weird for her, but it is the pastry perfect. It's for her to be a pastry chef and have to complete 5 perfect key lime pies. The only thing is she has to complete her lifetime wish as well. So, if she doesn't complete the badge, then she doesn't complete it, but her lifetime wish has to be completed. If it's somebody who is married in and I've already done their lifetime wish, like Hank's, unfortunately, he's not going to get his lifetime wish because I've already completed it on Belle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to repeatedly do them. Like, her lifetime wish is the home design hotspot, which I am having a really hard time with. I don't really get it, so I'm working on it. But she's on a level 9 in her career, so hopefully soon. Eli, like I said, is on that one. She's got the scientific one. But then obviously after that, she's going to have to go into culinary and become a pastry chef and complete 5 perfect key lime pies. So who knows? I can't tell you. I don't know. But I'm just saying that's what her badge is, and so it's going to be interesting. So Camilla doesn't actually have anyone that she is with right now. She does have a few people that I've looked into possibly getting her with. I mean, like I said, there isn't really a lot of people in this town. A lot of the people are being slowly put into the town, even knowing I have story progression. It just seems to be very slow with this. So that's kind of what's going on there. So the next child that was born in was Destiny. Destiny is actually Belle's daughter. She is a bunch. So I think her and Sandy are kind of related. I'm not really 100% sure. I don't know how that whole family tree fell into place because she was married in. I don't know if it would classify her as, you know what I mean, like as a cousin or whatever. But so she is Ethan Bunch and Belle's daughter. Now I don't know how many boyfriends or girlfriends she had before um Ethan, but I'm just saying, like, this is the next child that was born in, and she wants to be the firefighter superhero. She's already saved 3 of 30 sims. Her job, she's a level 10, so she's already maxed it out. I don't have to worry about getting up there any higher, building skills to get to the top so that I can complete my lifetime wish. Now, Destiny's lifetime or badge. Ooh, what is her badge? Hold on, let me go check hers as well. I don't really know them off the top of my head. I just look at a piece of paper. All right, so hers is the master hacker, and I don't think it's going to work for her only because the master hacker is to have a computer whiz sim earn 10,000 from hacking computers. And obviously, she's not a computer whiz, so she probably won't be able to complete her badge in her lifetime, which will really suck because that means that I'll have another badge that I'm going to have to complete. But she definitely has to still complete her lifetime wish and go from there. If we can buy her a thing to change her lifetime wish or her traits at some point, then I will randomize her traits and she'll be like a whole new person and we'll go from there. But that's what happened there. Now, Destiny isn't with anyone either. She is still single and just living the dream of being a firefighter. But she is a firefighter with someone else in the house, which is Randall Andrews. Now, Randall is actually Faith's boyfriend or fiance. I can't even remember if they're engaged or not. I don't even remember. But so Randall is a firefighter with Destiny, so they kind of like share it. And he also has the firefighter superhero lifetime wish. Now, because Destiny was in my family first and because she had the firefighter superhero wish first, she will be the one to complete it first. Now, I'm not saying he won't complete his because obviously I'm trying to space it out where it's even. So if we go to a fight and there's 3 people who need to be saved, she gets 2 of them, he gets 1 of them. They kind of like take turns. So the reason she has 3 and the reason he has 1 is because in the last fight was where there was only 1, so she obviously got it and he fought the fires. He isn't quite at the same level as she is either. He's a level 7 in the career. But he is with Faith. Now, Faith is the second elfman that was born into the family, which is Camilla's little sister, Grady, and Ariel's second daughter. So she is wanting to be a one sim band, which means to master the bass, guitar, drums, and piano. I just have her as a cinema clerk. It's a part-time job at the at the theater. She hasn't really been going to it because of the fact that she just had a baby. Um, so she hasn't actually been in work for a while, and then she had the last 2 days off, so she hasn't had to go into work, but she'll be going back tomorrow, and I'm going to try and kind of push her. Now, it is a part-time job. Like I said, it's not like the actual music career. It's totally different. It's just a part-time job, so it probably only has like 3 levels. And so she's working on that. She has already finished her piano skills. She's already mastered it, and I'm so proud of her. Like, she did it so quickly. So now what we're gonna start working on is I've got her a piano, a bass, drums, and I'm gonna have to get her a guitar. But that'll be what she works on next, is guitar, just because she wants to learn guitar and because she needs it for her job. Now his thing is the firefighter job and the firefighter wish. Their badges are, okay, so Randall's achievement is to throw a pool party, a costume party, a gift giving party, and a feast party. Though that's what he has to do. It's called like the festive planner. That's his badge. It'll be easy to do. We can do it at any time, no big deal. Faith's badge is to use the Climatron control unit to control the weather. So hers is pretty easy as well. She just has to get enough points to go ahead and buy it. I don't know how much it is, but she'll be able to do it once she gets her lifetime wish completed. She'll get 45,000, and that'll bump her up to the point of being able to get it at that point. Then we have Hadley and Greg. Now, they're our only set of twins or multiple children at the same time, pretty much. So Hadley and Greg are twins. They're actually right here. That's Greg, that's Hadley. She doesn't look the same because she's in her pajamas, but so she wants to become an astronaut. So she is in the astronaut or the military career, a level 4, so she's getting there. She's kind of just started. She's new to being a young adult, so she's still got quite a bit of time until she's an adult. And then her brother Greg wants to be the master of mysticism, so he is in the fortune teller career, and he is a level 2. So he's not doing quite as good as she is. She's moving a little bit faster than he is, but her job is a little bit easier to progress in, I feel, than his is. And so that's what they're doing. Hadley's badge is, so Hadley's badge is to be a thaumaturgist or something like that. I don't really know how to say it, but what it means is she has to cast 25 successful charms. So obviously she's going to have to become a witch and level up that skill at some point. But like I said, she's just worried about doing her lifetime wish. Normally I try to do the badges first, but sometimes I feel like if I feel like I can't probably do it, or it's going to be very difficult to get to, I'll work on their lifetime wish first, just because if the badge doesn't get done, I can always cycle that back in. The lifetime wish, I kind of like, it's like a thing, like they have to complete their lifetime wish unless it's already been completed. Or like Grady's was to marry a ghost, or marry someone and then see the ghost of a wealthy spouse. So obviously he didn't get his done, so I had to cycle that back in. But I don't want to have to continually cycle back in the lifetime wishes, because there isn't as many lifetime wishes as there is badges, if you don't know. So it's a lot easier to complete all the lifetime wishes faster than you can complete all of the badges. So obviously, I guess it should be the other way around, like if they don't complete the lifetime wish. But the lifetime wish is more important too, because of the fact that I'm trying to get them all the really, really big stat urns or tombstones, so that we have like a whole bunch of really, really nice tombstones at some point in our backyard. So that's her badge, and then Greg's badge is, his is heavenly warmth is what it's called, and it's to experience the warm fuzzies of angel food cake. So that won't be too hard. All we have to do is cook up some angel food cake for him, have him eat it, and we will be fine. So then we recently just had Eric. He aged up to a child just recently, or it seems not so recent, but he has only been a child for maybe a week. I don't think it's set to very long. And so he doesn't have a lifetime wish or anything that he needs to complete at this point, just aging up properly. So Eric is actually Eli and Sandy's child. Ended up being that they went out to a bar. He got a wish to woohoo with her, and so they did. I lived in risky woohoo, and then it ended up being that she found out she was pregnant, and it was before they were really girlfriend and boyfriend, or they were just friends living when we were living in Sunset Valley. And she had a child, and then um, right after she had the baby, he instantly got the wish to marry her. Obviously, we didn't do it in the last town, so the wish got wiped away, and that's why he doesn't have it now. But so I know he wants to marry her because he already got that wish. So now I just need to fulfill it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make them get married if they don't want it, but he did roll the wish. I can't prove it or anything. You know, some of you are going to be like, oh, no, he didn't. Yeah, he did. It was from the last town, and so it wiped all of our wishes, unfortunately. And then we have Ricky, who is our new toddler, and he is so freaking adorable. Like, I can't get over his cuteness. Like, look how cute he is. Okay, so Ricky is actually, if you couldn't have guessed it, Randall and Faith's son. He is a new toddler. He still needs to learn to walk, talk, potty, all that good stuff. So what I try to do with the toddlers, and I'll explain this, is the only thing the toddlers have to learn is walk, talk, potty. They have to learn the xylophone, the peg box, and then the books. They have to be read the books. And they don't have a whole ton of time. I think they have about 7 days, 6 or 7 days to complete it, and then it has to be done. So I don't really have a lot of time to do with them. It's just kind of something that has to be done pretty quickly, and you have to move along. And, that's just how it goes. So he just recently aged up, and so he doesn't have a lifetime wish or anything either. And then Tegan Goddard is actually Hank's daughter. Hank would, or let's start here. Belle, the second day we moved here, Belle got abducted. And I knew because she was a female and she was an elder, she wasn't going to get pregnant, so I didn't have anything to worry about. And I don't think even females get pregnant from being abducted. But like 2 days after she was abducted, Hank got abducted. And he came back and he got the unexpected weight gain. The night after he got abducted and got that moodlet, the next day, he got abducted again. It was so weird, by the same person. And so we were already expecting a baby, and by that time it was just too late. And I'm not going to send the baby back to the homeland or whatever, because I just feel like if you get pregnant with it, it's a very rare occasion. And so I decided, once I had the alien sim, because I wasn't really planning on it, I guess I'm going to go ahead and try and get all the supernaturals moved into the family tree as well. So obviously, like, Grady is with us and he's out in the backyard, but he's a human. So she's actually our first supernatural in our family tree. I'm not really gonna, like, be like, oh, I gotta get a fairy this time. I gotta marry in a fairy right now. Like, that's not what I'm doing. It's just kind of like, however it happens, it happens. So we ended up having Tegan, and I really don't know why we got abducted or anything, but so she's the newest addition to the family. Now, if you're kind of wondering a little bit more about this town, this house doesn't actually come with this town. It's in my bin, but I didn't make it. I do not take credit for this house at all. I don't know where this house came from at all, and I don't know who built it. So I'm sorry about that. But I just have to say, like, I am in love with this house. I love it so much. It doesn't originally look like this when we move in. I obviously fixed it up myself. So this is Belle and Hank's room now, with Tegan's crib in there as well. The hover bed is Ariel's. Grady had gotten it before he had passed away. She kept it and for herself, and she'll obviously pass it down to the next person, whoever takes that room. This here is Camilla's room. She sleeps here in the room by herself with the laptop. I don't really know why I gave her the one with the laptop, because she doesn't really do anything with the laptop, but we'll just go with the flow. This bed here on this side, this one right here, is Destiny's bed, and then on the other side is Hadley's. The reason I gave Destiny originally this bedroom is because it had the workout bar in here, and since she was in the firefighter career, I thought that would work out really well. Hadley then started kind of working out a little bit and getting her athletic up, because she was getting wishes for it and she needed it for her job. So I thought it'd be fitting for her to be in this room as well, since the workout bar is in there. And then I had Greg. Greg was sleeping in here by himself until Eric aged up just recently. And then, so I moved Eric in with him just because he's a little boy, and Greg doesn't probably really care at all. And so I put this inventing bench in here for Greg because he wanted it. So that's pretty much that. There is a bathroom here, and that's pretty much all that's on this level. Like, there isn't that much to this level at all. It's pretty much just bedroom after bedroom after bedroom. But if you go down, this is like the where you walk in. We've got a little drafting table here, and the science thing, all of the cat stuff is here as well. I did take the garage that was initially here with a car in it, and I expanded it and made it into 2 bedrooms. I expanded it quite a bit and drew the wall the opposite direction that it already was. So this room here is Faith and Randall's room. They have the science machine in here because he rolled a wish to buy it, and so I thought he was going to want to use it, and he hasn't really used it at all. And then obviously this is little Ricky's bed. This here is Eli and Sandy's bedroom, and this is a painting that Sandy drew on the table for her job. And so this is their room, and they just kind of sleep there. The living room is here with another science station here. It did have the piano over here, but I've put it away because we don't really use it anymore. And then we've got our TV, another painting easel, or a painting easel, and a few chairs. We've got the xylophone and peg box here, a couple of laptops on desks over here with some bookshelves. I know you can't really get to that bookshelf, but it was already in the house, so I just kind of kept it. There's a full bath here with a tub and a shower. There is a office here with another computer in it. In the kitchen, I've really changed this up from the way it looked originally. I did like the way it looked, but it just wasn't working out for me. So I put the thing that you like, the food replicator, right here. We've got our stove, sink, couple of these counters. This is the canning jar station. And then we've got the teppanyaki grill, more chairs, some benches and stuff like that. I did try to put a shelf up here to put the canning stuff in it, but it wouldn't let me. It was weird. There's like a breakfast nook over here, and then up here on this like little platform there is a dining set. I did put the refrigerator over here, and I put in an all-in-one as well. And then out back, you originally have like this pool and stuff, and the diving board and all that comes with it, the table and everything that's over here pretty much comes with it. I did plant these myself, and I put the hot tub that we had from our last house here. We've got our little slide. There's Grady. Our chess tables out back. We've got a seesaw and a painting easel just because it's going to be nice weather. It's going to be summer soon. So I figured they could go outside and do things. They've got a eating place outside. They've got the wood oven, a grill that I've added, and the wood oven. I bought them a horseshoe court because someone had rolled a wish for it, so I put it there. Out front, they've got a telescope and a car. Everyone's got like their own car and stuff just because it's too much. They're always going in all different directions all the time. So I just don't want to have to make them share. And then we've got our fire truck here. Now we do have a lot of money, and you're probably thinking, wow, how do you have so much money? The reason we have so much money is because when it was just Ariel and Bella, I had taken them over to the future from the very beginning, and it was on stream, I do believe, as well. And they had wanted to go get the secrets or whatever, and then you come back and you get your ticket and whatever. We won over $1 million between the two of them. So we've been wealthy since the very beginning. We just haven't lived in like the biggest of houses. Just because I've kind of liked the compactness and just not making my bills extremely, extremely crazy. So pretty much that's all that's been going on. I did want to kind of update you just because I kind of wanted to let you in if you guys wanted to do the badge challenge. All you pretty much have to do is get a list, which you can do off of Google on Carl's forums or whatever they're called, Carl's whatever. It's like a Sims 3 site, and they have all of the badges listed on there. Now you can copy it and paste it into like Word or whatever, and just number it. And then the lifetime wishes, you can do the same thing. It's not that hard to figure out. And then we just kind of went through it. So there's like 264 badges and about 100-ish, I would say, lifetime wishes. So it'll be interesting to see how far I can go. But I am on Generation 3, so I'm pretty excited about that. I will give you guys another update before we leave this town, and I will show you the town real quickly. So the town is, oh shoot, the town is really nice, and like over here is like all of the university stuff, and there's some bars and stuff added in, and there's a couple of houses over here, and then you've got like your gravestone, your horse stuff, and your alchemy store and the criminal career. There is a little island here with a resort on it, which I thought was cool. The bakery stuff is in here, so you don't actually have to place the bakery. There's a art museum, you know, all that good stuff, and then there's a fishing pond with some things out here where you could get a houseboat. Over here is more of like the city area, I would say. So you've got like a couple clubs. You've got the Times Square, the movie theater, the movie job, and all of the other stuff. And then you've got like your firefighter career over here, with your consignment and your Overlookers Park, and your I put in the Skylight Studios, and then there's another pool and junkyard, and I put this in over here for him because he has the mysticism thing. But pretty much that's it. That's a house that I've been building, so we'll get into that if I finish it. If not, then so be it. But that's pretty much all that I've been doing. Like I said, I don't know how many more videos are going to be coming out or whatever because of my wrist, but I did want to kind of show you what's been going on in this game, just because I've been really enjoying it. It's a very laid back kind of challenge. Like if you don't complete the badge, well, you just cycle it on through. I guess if you really wanted to be like, well, if I don't complete the lifetime wish, just cycle it on through. You know what I mean? But if I continue to do that, then obviously I'm not getting anywhere. So I have to complete for some people. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of have to have a limit. Like lifetime wishes have to be done, but badges can be cycled back through, just because like sometimes they'll get, like the way I'm doing, I'm randomizing the badges. So they'll get like really weird ones for who they are, and it doesn't really make sense. So cycling that back in till you get it with somebody who it does make sense with, or it could make sense with, is why I'm doing like that. But if you guys have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask in the comment section below. I am always checking my channel whether I'm at work or at home, so I would love your guys' feedback on what you guys think, and what you guys would like to see happen or whatever, and tell me your responses. Or if you guys would like to do it and you know you guys need a list and you need me to do it for you, I can do so. Just let me know. But if you guys enjoyed this, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. In the description below, there is a donation link. Also, there will be all of the social media links down below. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I know I didn't really play the game. I just kind of showed it off. But that is kind of how I do things. And welcome to everyone who's new. If you're following from this, I hope you will join in, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.